Hey, how are you? My name is Thomas, and welcome to my gaming channel, Are We NPC?
We're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
Stuntfest World Tour, a game in pre-alpha I stumbled on last night through Alpha Beta Gamer. God, I love that website. Because the Season 2 update for MW2 has caused my game to be unplayable since I downloaded it, and I was looking for some new content to play. This is a reoccurring problem I keep having, paying $60 for a AAA game only for content updates to break the game for days or weeks. Shout out to indie devs for giving me hope for a future of actually fun games. But what is Stuntfest World Tour? Well, the short and sweet is Riders Republic meets Fall Guys. But there's plenty here already in alpha that starts to differentiate this game from just a Royal Rumble or Battle Royale or Wipeout Sim, whatever you want to call this genre. But off the success of Fall Guys, it's great to see another interpretation of this formula. There are so many classic arcade racers and racing sims in the market, I was pretty shocked when Stuntfest World Tour ran me through their tutorial and started throwing a shitload of mechanics at me. You can eject from your car, soar through the air with ragdoll-like physics, switch gadgets between a hovercraft type thing and a jet-boosted glider to keep you in the air, grapple other cars, and instantaneously call back your car to start driving again before you hit the ground and lose your momentum. It all feels incredibly fluid, and Stuntfest, even in pre-alpha, feels like they have invented a strong framework for a multimodal racing game. Add those mechanics to a Fall Guys type elimination series, add some map design that requires you to switch between driving and flying, add some random variability to the types of races you have, and what you get is a really good time. During the playtest, which was from the 16th of March until the 23rd, which side note you still may be able to try it out if I edit this video fast enough, Stuntfest gave players access to their stunt show mode, 9 different character skins, and 7 different cars, each of which handle a little bit differently. Character skins and cars can be swapped on the fly in the open world before events, and you can drive or fly around as much as you want in their sandbox. Once you queue for a match, you will be locked into the car you chose before queuing, and off you go. You'll compete against 18 other players and potentially some bots mixed in to compete through multiple elimination rounds, gaining points for how high you are on the leaderboard, and after 4 rounds, crowning the person with the most points as the winner. You'll recognize this game loop from Fall Guys, and it feels rather fresh, implemented in a racing game. I played a few stunt shows, taking first place during my first run, probably because of bots, I don't know, and then losing every match thereafter. Despite my losing streak, I felt like first place wasn't out of my reach. It's not possible to come back from a bad round and absolutely dominate in a circuit race or a free-fall sprint. Events are randomly selected, and the offering in pre-alpha was pretty diverse. Most stunt shows actually succeeded in introducing new races and changing up the sequence. Overall, I'm impressed by Stuntfest World Tour's ambition, and with the first taste of this kind of mashup of genres, I'm excited to see this game develop. The gaming studio behind Stuntfest is Pow Wow Entertainment. You may or may not recognize them from their first game release called Misfits. That game also had clear inspiration from the Fall Guys Royal Rumble genre. Unfortunately, despite positive reception, they had to shut down servers for the game, per low player count, and as a free-to-play game, that just won't work. They did refund any purchases made in-game, which is an altruistic thing to do, so kudos there. Oh, and fuck you EA. One of my first videos was about EA closing Apex Mobile and offering 0 refunds, which practically feels like stealing. Again, I never played Apex Mobile. They didn't steal my money, but that's just morally bankrupt whichever way you choose to view it. Back to Pow Wow Entertainment. They're an Austrian game studio, pretty fresh in the industry, partnering with THQ Nordic in 2020 to publish their game. THQ Nordic has plans to publish an assortment of indie titles this year, like Outcast 2, and have already published games like Destroy All Humans 2, Elix 2, and Kingdoms of Amular Re-Reckoning, each of which have mostly positive reviews on Steam. Pow Wow Entertainment has also been keeping dev notes on the Stuntfest store page, breaking down their improvements of the game between playtests, including AI modeling for bot pathing, reaction to collisions, and ways to make the bots less dominant in stunt shows during a period of player growth. In closing, the game is nicely stylized. It's goofy and takes a lot of inspiration from beloved games. It looks like Pow Wow Entertainment has learned some lessons from their first multiplayer Royal Rumble and has used that experience to make a game that is compelling from the start. If you're a fan of the Wipeout style of Fall Guys, I can promise this will give you some much needed change in scenery from the Fall Guys fever dream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.